Hi everyone. So first, I'm wearing my house coat right now because I'm having a bad hip day. I can't take the pressure from the elastic waistband that's, in jogging pants or having a belt around my hips right now. So I need loose fitting clothing on me right now. What I wanted to do during this video was put my server computer, it's this little guy right here, into this case. This has just been delivered to me, and then I've also got the SSD drives, these two guys, and this is the data cable for it. So it's going to take me a few minutes to do this. I haven't really done an unboxing video or anything like this that I can really recall. This has so much to do with my YouTube channel, and it's why I wanted to make this particular video. So what's on those two SSD drives are the website that I'm creating to go with my YouTube channel, and I'm programming it from scratch. There's various services that you could use, for example WordPress or Blogger, but some of my goals for the website, they're more about sharing content, teaching lessons, having some content automatically post to Twitter, and other social media. So I really needed a website that was customized for my needs, and I do know how to program it. In fact, this is the link. You'll see it's not done yet. You can see where I'm at though. I've got a blog on there that I need to get up to date again. I've had a lot to take care of during the past few weeks. The challenges with my hips have kept me having to find creative solutions. It's part of the package deal that I have to deal with in day-to-day life. It's not particularly worth complaining about, but that's what's throwing a lot of curveballs to find solutions for. Okay, so I think that gets I think that's everything to get the case apart. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Let me see, am I missing one? Those two are out, those two are out. There we go. Okay, yeah, so it comes apart into two sections. And I expect it might be of some interest for you to be actually seeing me work instead of sort of the broad picture that you've got right now. So I'm going to move the camera so you're closer to me. You won't be able to see my face, but you'll see me working, and that might be interesting for some people. I'm going to try to make this chair here my work surface. So the first thing I need to do is get this part right here out. It's what holds the SSD drives into place. So it's held by these 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just trying not to lose all the other screws that I've just taken out while I was sort of introducing the video. So I've got a few videos to share during the next few days of what I've been up to during the past few weeks. One of my friends was over on Sunday to help me. Back about 3 years ago now, I had an 800-gallon or roughly 3,000 liter flood in my backyard. This was the result of the spring thaw up here in Canada when all the snow was melting away. And the one last thing that remained to address this was getting my yard graded. So one of my good friends spent probably 2.5 hours here on Sunday working at grading the yard. So grading is just a really fancy word for saying the word level. Okay, so for this, there's a pin here. That's where a screw goes into. There's another one there, and this part it sits over top of them with the big hole there, and there's one on the, gosh, I'm not used to this. Anyway, there's one there and there's one there that sits over top of, and then it screws from underneath to secure it in place. So the larger style of drives sit in this upper portion. That's the ones that go inside a desktop. They're full sized, but I'm using these good old SSD drives, and they sit here in these, and then they've got screws that hold them in the sides there and there. Okay, so that's those two. Let me just get into this package here. This is the little kit for installing it. It's all the accessories you need. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is what I was after right here. It's all the screws you need. And we'll deal with the power cable in a minute. Okay. So, let me do my rough setup again. Okay. Yeah, so that sits in there like yonder. And the computer, oh, I've got that facing the wrong direction. Is that right here? Nope. Did I have that right? I must have. Okay, yeah, that's right there, and oh, I don't have the other one on. There we go. Okay, so that goes there and there. And okay, so the computer fits right here below it. Okay. So I want to have, I'm just lining up the SATA data cables. That's what's on my mind right now, is to get this in place. Then you can line where the data cables go. I just knocked a pair of them over. Okay. So let me throw the screws to hold down the computer first. That's that guy there. Okay. Now let me just set all my screws down. Of course they just slid down on the chair. I'm just going to move some of this stuff out of the way so you can still see me working around. Okay. So, see if I can get this. I don't know if you'll be able to see my, oops, the screw slipped. It just fell down there. Okay. Nope. The screw slipped again. Okay. Yep, so I just got the okay, there's the first screw. And what I normally do with these is kitty corner. So the diagonal, so the one I just put in is right there. So I want to do the one on the far corner on the other side next. Once I get it started, I'll bring the case back where it's in really good vision of the camera for what I'm doing. This is fiddly little work. There we go. So one of the things, oh, I promised I'd show you what I was doing. Yeah, so I'm just tightening the screw. Did it go in? Just check if it's in or not. No, that sucker didn't stick. Okay, let's see what I did wrong. Probably don't have the computer sitting in the exact right position yet. Let me just try to get this out. There we go. Okay, yeah, actually that feels better. It just kind of clicked just now. Let me give this another go. Yeah, so let me try to show this in the camera. It's hard with my arm being in the way. Yeah, there we go. So the screw here is in, and the one that's kitty corner is in as well. Okay. And as you can see, the Ethernet connection, the monitor power, and on this side USB, USB-C, 2.0 reset and power, and the headphone microphone jack are right there, so it lines up now. Okay. So why or what I'm wanting to do with this computer is partly share my life with you. In part, I mean this by my blog. I sort of share what's not really mundane, sort of the important things that go on. I am a bit behind right now because of having had troubles with pain. I'm planning on spending 3 or 4 computer days getting my blog catched up. And then the other thing that I need to catch up on is the monthly newsletter. So the purpose of the blog is sort of day-to-day life. The newsletter is more themed around those who sort of want a broader picture of my life, the really highlights and occasional challenges of what's been going on in my life. And then what I've got on there, what I'm working at adding, are the practical life lessons and the skills that I've had to adopt. So I've got a section of the website that I'm calling the Living Life Lab, and that is about the life skills you really need for making living with a physical disability work. It's the stuff that I had to overcome, the mundane stuff, so I could enjoy my life and sort of make plan B work, opposed to just existing and basically being in a survival type mode. Okay, there's one more part that I need to get for this setup. I'm just gonna grab it from my box of parts. Okay, I'm back. What I needed was this guy right here. This is a SATA expansion card. So this is what the data goes into, so the SSD drives may connect with the computer. Let me just, oh, it's been a while since I've done this. There we go. Yeah, that's how that goes. good. And there's a screw there that I need to tighten it into position. Let me just get that. Okay, come on up. And there we go. I don't know if you can see this really well or not. Okay, so I'll just show you what I've just done. I just got this screwed in right there, so the SATA expansion card's in place. These are to power the SSD drives. Okay, so far so good. And then essentially the SSD drive will sit here and it'll plug in over there. Okay, so I'm happy with how this is going so far. Okay, so I need to get these suckers in here. Okay, I'll move that over for a minute. And so I've got two different ones here. This red actually weighs more than the blue one. The red's a better quality. You do pay more money for the red style. I'm not wanting to downplay that. When this blue wears out, I'll switch to the red. The red's more meant for servers. The blue is sort of a step down. Okay. So I've got... Okay, let me throw these in here. What I'm trying to do is line the screw hole up for the SSD drive. Boy, this is challenging while trying to do it for the camera. I'll have to get a proper setup where I can easily do these things in the future. There we go. Okay. Nope, the screw fell. Of course. Again. There we go. Okay, so you can see that I've got the first screw in there. Now it's just a matter of tightening it. Okay, that's good. And I like to do kitty corner. It's just a personal preference. And that will help it become more rigid, that the shape of this metal bracket. I must add, it's quite brilliantly designed, where you can either have the smaller drives or the traditional ones that are found inside of a computer. So I've set up so far for tips to do with low income, living with chronic pain, and living with a physical disability. Post once a week, and then once it hits the end of them, it just goes back to the beginning again and the list starts over. And then I've started one to support single parents with activities they could do with their child. And really all of this is just troubleshooting and finding creative solutions to whatever barriers exist. Okay, so that guy is put together. That's fantastic. So let's get the second one in here. Okay. And I'm putting the blue one down below. It's likely to wear out before the red one does. I hope you're not finding this to be too monotonous. My next sort of big goal is to get my laser etcher going. I had wanted it to have it up and running before now, and life has just sort of happened to me, and I've been having to put out fires with my legs. I do have a bit of good news on that front though. I was assessed to be a candidate for regenerative medicine, and come on up there, good. So we're going to be trying something with my knee to help it feel more comfortable and hopefully allow it to partially heal. We'll see where it goes. It's not a forever solution, but it will help build the case that I've tried everything possible before knee surgery becomes inevitable. So I've got two more. Yeah, I've got two more screws here. Come here, there we go. Is that in? I don't think I've got that lined up quite right. Hold on. I'm not wanting to put new screw threads into the SSD drive. Although once it's on here, it's not going to be moved out of here until the drive wears out and needs to be replaced. I'm going to be doing this whole setup a second time in a few weeks from now. Once I've got this computer all programmed, I'm going to set up a second one as a backup. I've done something a little fancy with my internet connection. When you use the website, you're actually connecting to my home internet connection. For those who are a little bit more technically inclined, what I've done is a dynamic DNS service using ports 80 and 443 to host the website myself. And if that interests you, ask me in the comments and I'll share a few more details of how I set it up. They got it? Yeah, I think that one's in there now. Okay, excellent. Great progress so far. Okay, so that sits like this. Okay, so now we just need the power ones hooked up. And there's no order for them. What I mean by that is the computer doesn't care which one it gets power from. There we go. Okay, so blue is data. These guys are electricity. Go down sideways. Excellent. And, okay. And I just need to line this up to where this goes on here. There we go. Good. Sorry about that. I reached the maximum length this camera is able to record video for. Okay, there we go. So what I was just saying is I wondered if you guys are looking forward to Thanksgiving and starting to make plans to be with, family or friends. I have to tell you, the time spent, with friends or family, it's morale boosting when you're living with the constant, the physical challenges I experience. and I've come to really value it. There we go. That's the second one. Okay, and so this is the bracket that holds the SSD drives that I'm putting in right now. Okay. And number 4. Okay, now the next step. Okay, so it's the blue data cables, and these don't particularly care what goes where. There we go. They just need to be connected. Okay. Okay. Okay, so everything is connected in here. The SSD's got its power. That's this, and these blue are the data. There is space in here for a CPU cooling fan. I haven't ordered it yet. It actually didn't cross my mind, if I'm honest with you. So I'll have to get one here. It's not hard to do though. Okay, so okay, I think this is how this goes. Yep. Just double check. I think so. Yep. Excellent, and this just isn't quite in there just yet. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this in the sight of the video. Okay, what am I missing now? Okay, well, let me try putting the first few screws in. Okay, I'll see if I've got it. So I'm going to start with 1 and 1. That'll pivot that in place. Okay, and I'm going to try to line up. I don't like how that's gone at all. Well, it's almost there. Is that lined up? Yeah, excellent. Okay, it didn't take too much persuasion. Okay, there's this guy. There's that, and I'd like to do this hole as well. Yep, so that takes on the basic shape of it. Okay, then I've got these two screws to pull this side upwards. I'm just not wanting to, yeah, there we go, that one's gone in a little bit easier on this side. Okay, that's in. Try this again. I don't like how that one's going in yet. I'm going to try it on this end first and see if this will help the metal frame sort of shift into position so the screw goes in easily. What I'm trying to avoid is cross-threading it. Okay. That one. Okay, and then okay, there's that one. Okay, so let's try getting that screw there next. Okay, good. 1, 2. Okay, so let's try to get this guy in now. Am I happy with that? Yeah, I think you may have just heard a little pop. There we go, that's much better. Okay, good. Okay, so these rubber stops are next. Okay, excellent. Okay, and then the micro SD card, this just has the boot record on it. And it, there we go, it's seated. I don't know if you heard that click or not. That just has the boot record. So what I mean by this is there's a small file that it reads, and then it switches to the SSD drives. Okay. So what remains, these screws here, are what's used for the fan that goes at this end here, and I will look into getting it. I just didn't think about it yet. Okay, so the last thing to do is to power this up, and it's going to be hard for me to do with the camera. So I'm going to finish the video here, and this again is the link to my website, and I invite you to take a look. Please bear with me for the content that's out of date and incomplete. I'm really hoping by the end of this year that I'll have it done and we can start making decent use out of it in the YouTube videos and trying to support more people. Thanks for this time that you spent with me today. Bye for now.